Speed 85 WPM. Be ready. 5 seconds. Madam Speaker, as you know, the IT revolution has permeated into all spheres of human life. It has not only made life comfortable but also made the service delivery efficient, and the onus now is on us to make governance transparent and accountable using IT solutions. Though Indian Railways has taken up computerization in a large way, all the efforts have not been in synergized, hence the desired results are not achieved. Need of the hour is to bring in a total change in the work culture of railways and delivery of railway services by going in for large scale integrated computerization of major functions of Indian Railways. Indian Railways hold vast land assets which need to be digitized and GIS mapped for better management and usage. This would help railways in protecting the lands as well as leveraging it for raising resources. The resource mobilization using land assets will be explored through private participation in setting up railway related business in railway lands as well as for commercial development. Madam Speaker, in an effort to keep pace with developments of the modern world, railways have to adopt and reinvent itself constantly. Challenges of tomorrow cannot be met by the tools of yesterday. In this direction, I propose to set up an innovations incubation center. The center will harness the ideas generated from the staff of Indian Railways and convert them into practical solutions to increase efficiency of the system. Such innovations, which result in cost saving as well as revenue generation, will be stably rewarded in the form of incentive. As part of this exercise, I also propose to set up summer internships for the undergraduates of engineering and management studies. Students can intern at any of the various units of railways, divisions, PSUs, and production units. With a large backlog of sanctioned projects, funding continues to be the biggest challenge for the railways. While private investment and customer funding for some port connectivity projects and few other power sector projects has started, much more needs to happen if infrastructure creation has to keep pace with the requirement. We will interact with industry and take further steps to attract investment under PPP through BOT and annuity route, and 8 to 10 capacity augmentation projects on congested routes will be identified for this purpose. Zonal railways will be stably empowered to finalize and execute such projects. Madam Speaker, Indian Railways has taken up port connectivity on a priority through PPP mode of funding in tandem with Sagarmala project of port development. Railways will facilitate connectivity to the new and upcoming ports through private participation. So far, in principle approval has been granted for building rail connectivity to the ports of Jagad, Dighi, Hazira and Tuna under participative model policy of Indian Railways amounting to a total of over rupees 4,000 crore. Railways will speed up construction of critical coal connectivity lines in Tori Shivpur area, Jharsuguda, Barpali, Sardega and Bhupen Diopur, Raigarh, Mand area. This will bring nearly 100 million tons of incremental traffic to railways and will also facilitate a faster transportation of coal to powerhouses. Madam Speaker, we will take up development of identified stations to international standards with modern facilities and passenger amenities on the line of newly developed airports through public-private partnership mode. Initially, Indian Railways would develop at least 10 major stations of metro cities and important junctions with state-of-the-art facilities leveraging land and airspace in and around the stations.